Welcome to Sigchos and the start of the Quilotoa loop. The bus ride from Latacunga to here took us through absolutely breathtaking scenery. I'm just so looking forward to this hike now. Took a hair over 2 hours to get here. Good road. I was really surprised. I thought it was going to be a dirt road, but it's paved the whole way. Big old village. Again, I thought it was just going to be a tiny little place. That's to show what I know. It's got a hospital here and everything. That's where I'm heading for today, Isinlivi. Then it's Chugchilan, and then Quilotoa. It's supposed to be about a 12-kilometre hike. Something like 12 kilometres every day. More or less 12, 14. So, not too long from a distance perspective. But the gradient wise, that will be another matter, I'm sure. So we'll see. Just after 12 o'clock. Well, I'm not going wrong so far. I've got two Spaniards ahead of me. We're all going to the same place. Isinlivi? I've already forgotten the name of the stupid place. Latacunga. Where have I just come from? Oh dear. But I've got all three batteries with me. And as you can see, I think I am going to need them. Oh my goodness. I think I spotted when I get good pictures, good video, is when it's sunny. So hopefully this video is going to come out really well. I can even see the screen myself and it does look quite nice. So hopefully for once you will get an idea of where I am. Incredible. I assume we're heading down to the river. We've been basically heading downhill from Sigchos. So it's probably down to the river, across the other side, then back up the other side. So the tough stuff starts from there. A fair bit of the trail so far has been on these sort of dirt rock roads. Certainly does not detract from the scenic beauty of the place, so that's for sure. I'm glad I'm following them. I think I would have gone straight on. I'm going to check my map right here. As you can see, it's really well signposted. It was just not difficult. Wasn't signposted leaving Sigchos, but I had to use the map on my phone. But after that, follow the white blaze, as all of us Appalachian trail hikers would say. My goodness, oh, the smoke. I read somewhere that the farmers burn off their stubble at this time of year, so that's probably what it is. Looks like I'm walking into it. But boy, it does not detract from the beauty of this place one little bit. Well, it does detract one little bit, but you know what I mean. Getting down to the river. Can't see it yet, but I can hear it. So the easy part is over. Uphill from here, I take it. Downstream. Upstream. My friendly Spanish fellow hikers. My oh my. This is my spot for a spot of lunch. Bit of dry bread. And a couple of baby bananas. The best lunch anyone could eat on the planet Earth. Trust me. Now I'm not having a rest stop. This uphill climb. This is in fact a photo shot. Yep, that's right. Yeah, that's right. That's the ticket. Boy, oh boy. What a shot it is too. Oh my. Looks like they're doing some more burning up around here. I can't really see the screen, but it should be there, right slap bang in the middle of the screen. I don't think that's a home fire burning. I would say that's burning crops or crop residue. But these people live up in these highlands. Good heavens. Now, even though they're used to it, it is tiring. No two ways about that. Getting to the top, I think, on this other side, unless this is a false summit. I've met one or two of those in my time, that's for sure. Sigchos is just over that mountain. Again, I can't really see where my finger is. Just over that mountain there, I believe. So we sort of cut down through here and we've climbed up this hill slash mountain. Sort of a cross between the two, really. I couldn't really call it a genuine mountain, but conversely, it's a little bit steeper than a hill, but oh so worth it. What are these? Gala lilies? Growing wild in Ecuador. Beautiful. Picture postcard spot. Incredibly. And the first look at Isinlivi. A bus just went by. Our new Israeli friend. What's your name?
Matan.
Matan.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Matan. Tony. Hostel Taita Cristobal. Isinlivi. This is my room. Basic, clean, nice. Toilet. Oh, we've got soap. Excellent. And a hot shower, by all accounts. Oh, my feet are sore. So, the order of the day now, cup of tea. You knew that one was coming, didn't you?
I'm doing some videos of, I'm assuming...
This is the garden area of the hostel. Absolutely beautiful. The view outside of my door. Just after 7 o'clock. Llamas grazing in the back garden. 20 to 9 in the morning, heading out of the hostel. Come on, mate. There you go. Great hostel. Great hostel. Really, really good value for money. 25 bucks I got for a private room. Bit expensive, really, for a private room in Ecuador. But they came with dinner, excellent dinner, and a very good breakfast. So, I mean, that's the only thing that I spent in a complete day. So 25 bucks for a complete day. I think that's a very good deal. So there we're going. Chugchilan. I'm glad that Simon's there. I've forgotten the name of it already. There's such tongue twisters, these names of these places. Isinlivi. What's the first one I came to? Oh, I can't even remember it. Isinlivi, but I'm just leaving. Sigchos. As far as I can figure out, today's hike is the mirror image of yesterday's hike. We started on the other side of the river, what you're looking at now, the mountains on the other side, and then we crossed the river and climbed up this side, and today we're climbing down this side, across the river and back up the other side. I think it's somewhere up over here, over to our left is where we're going. Again, it's about 12 kilometers. I reckon about 6 hours. Just left the hostel before 9 o'clock. It's a little bit windy, although it seems to be abating because I'm getting lower. Still wearing my down jacket. It's cool. But boy, what scenery, hey? Oh my goodness. Oh.
Very small camera.
Yeah. It's great. This is where I just come from. But actually, I came from over this way, but we zigzagged up this pathway. A veritable gaggle of hikers. It's just mind-boggling, isn't it? Every turn you take just brings you into another awe-inspiring scene. I don't think this is going to make the final cut, but we'll see. It's only just regularly beautiful, isn't it? Chugchilan. Yeah, not really much to shout about, is it? I think that's where we're going. We're definitely going down. Path is down this way. Whether it goes round this little bit here, you can see a path down there. I'm not sure if that's a path, and then a path up over here. I'm not sure if that's the path or not. I think it is, but well, makes no difference. Heading down anyway. It seems somewhat ridiculous to me, I must admit. I seem to spend more time taking my camera out and taking videos than I do actually hiking. But boy, I don't want to forget this. About 50 yards farther on. Wow. The next bend in the trail. Looks like I'm about to turn around this hill slash mountain. But before I do, one last look back. And this is the mountain I think I'm going round. And this is about 20 seconds later. I've just turned round that bend. I can hear the river off to my right, and I believe that we walk along it for a fair amount, at least half a kilometre, maybe a kilometre, and then we start going up. Looks like it's going to be a climb and a half, that I must admit. Still, one step at a time, Tony boy, one step at a time. Down by the river. So, first, no, I wouldn't say half, probably the first third of the hike is over. Hiked about 4 kilometres down, I think, and it's about 8 up. Although I suspect that the up is going to be slightly more difficult than the down. I've got Gigi's on the trail. Come on boys, I don't smell that bad. Carrying on along the path next to the river. Mesmerizing. I presume this is what we're crossing. Hostel. Cloud Forest Hostel. Reveling in the ease, at least for a little bit. I don't think this is going to last too much longer, but I've always been one to be grateful for small mercies, and trust me, in these mountains I need small mercies, and plenty of them too. Still mesmerizingly beautiful though. Oh my goodness. Just maybe not second by second, but certainly minute by minute. You know, there's a corner up ahead of me about 50 meters. I can guarantee you when I turn it, yeah, I'll need to turn the camera back on again. It's absolutely incredible. Wow, look at this, the trucks coming over the mountaintop. Well, riverbed. And ho hum. Looks like more beautiful mountain scenery ahead of us. Jump over this wheel track. Hope they haven't come back to rob me. Good advert for a Chevy truck. So here we go. These people have driven out here to go to work in their property up there. I suppose it's just a normal thing to them, but to me I just think it's amazing. Chevy four-wheel drive truck. It's 2002 apparently, and the fella, the driver, said it was great, but he did say you need a four-wheel drive out here. Two-wheel wouldn't cut it. So there we go. Nice one, Chevy. Well done. Still in good condition for 2002. You look at these roads, isn't it? It's absolutely brilliant. I just passed two young girls, about 6 and 9, selling cakes and water, and they had beer too on the trail back there. That is one good thing about being a gringo out here. You can help the local economy. I mean, it really is grassroots stuff. I bought a banana cake. It was excellent too, and it was 50 cents. So that literally goes into the pocket of one of these very poor people who live out here in the mountains. So one case where trickle down economics really does work. I hope the water they used is okay though. Just thought about that as I was halfway through my cake. Oh, yeah, obviously they're using water from the mountain. I couldn't think to be anything too much above them to pollute it. Hopefully so anyway. I'm sure I'll find out in an hour or so. I'm in the village of Ituala right now, and looks like this is where the uphill begins. Looks pretty steep, but it's only a little over 4 kilometers to go, I believe. So I'll be thankful for small mercies again. Down there, behind these trees here, is the little village of Ituala, and basically came straight up. Very few zigzags. Got to a flat piece here. The good thing about coming straight up is I think that is the top there, and that is not that far away. I would say that's probably 100 meters vertically, maybe less than that, maybe 100 yards. That is, of course, if it isn't a false top. I don't think it's going to be though. We'll see though. Made that mistake many a time before. It's the trail I've just come up. Still coming up actually. But there's a better shot of Itualito. That big building you see right in the middle is the church. Certainly getting there. I'm basically hiking 20 feet, yards, meters, stopping and taking a break. I'm not sure it's because I'm out of condition, which I am, but it might be the altitude too. 2,800 meters. So it's over 8,000 feet. You're looking at the north rim of the Grand Canyon. I think just a little bit higher than that. But slowly but surely. Each more stunning than the last, hey? I don't know if you're going to be able to appreciate the steepness of this. I don't think you probably will, but it is slippery on the sand here. Oof. Maybe it gives you some idea. I think this is out. Little girl selling sweets or something again. Yeah, I would I think this is it. Hey boy. Where started? Ah, dame un pina, por favor. As if I haven't climbed enough. Here's the Mirador, the lookout. Well, the sun is sort of out, so hopefully this is going to come out okay. But it is simply breathtaking. We walked from somewhere like over here, then down, then along the river to Itawali, and then up here.
El Ecuador más depende de la asamblea, no del gobierno. Porque el gobierno es quien aprueba
Well,
la ley.
made it to the top.
¿Ya?
Time for a good old cup of tea.
You're also an athlete? You look like an athlete.
Me.
No? No? ¿Quién lo construyó?
Mi hermano.
La línea de los sombreros, ¿tu sobrino?
Sí.
Just climbed up this lookout tower here. Oh my word. I thought it was beautiful down below. Should have brought my selfie stick with me. It's actually too windy to put the camera down. But it is just mind-blowingly beautiful, as you can well see. There's beauty just everywhere you look in this country, I tell you. That's amazing. Heading up this way, but here's the view behind me. Surprise, surprise, spectacular. Looks like there's another Mirador up here. Look out. Well, this has literally taken my breath away, that's for sure. I just wonder what it's going to look like on video. This is from the top of that Mirador. As you can see, my goodness, what a view, eh? Postal Cloud Forest. Here is my room. It's a big room actually. Again, it's quite basic, but it's all I need. Spotlessly clean. Excellent. 20 bucks. Can't beat it. Excellent. Just before 8 o'clock in the morning, leaving the Cloud Forest Hostel. Beautiful day. Beautiful day. This is pretty much the town. Church, obviously. Centre point of any place of habitation in Latin America. And small as it is, they've got their own little sign. Chugchilan. Okay, this is really where the hike starts. I think it's going to be a tough one today. Yesterday was comparatively easy. Country bar, I was in there yesterday afternoon, had a couple of beers. Very nice. It's really sort of quaint. It does make you think of a country bar too. And who have we here? My Barcelona friends. That way? This way? The locals working in their fields. Got to get up and over a ridge. I presume this is going to be the ridge. Then go down the other side. And then a long, steep climb out to Quilotoa. Apparently. Looking back down the valley. Climbing up that ridge, towards that ridge, shall I say. Chugchilan, 4.1 kilometers. Out on the country road. Take it we're going right. I would say we are going straight ahead, up and over that mountain up there. Well, I don't know if that's a specific mountain, but in that general direction. Oof. That's a pretty steep climb there, and apparently that is not the steep part yet. So that's going to be fun. This is the way we're heading. And it is windy. I don't know what these purple flowers are, but they have a very subtle fragrance. It really is quite alluring. Don't let this little bit of video fool you. It's not this easy. Just incredible. Mind-blowingly incredible. And I can see the monitor, and I think this is actually going to come out and present a true depiction of what this scene is truly like. Certainly hope so. Turned a corner and all of a sudden the wind has completely gone. It's amazing. The view's not that bad either, is it? Looks like coming to a river, or a rivulet. It looks like the bottom anyway. There's my Israeli mate climbing out the other side. If this constitutes a river. Coming through some little village out here in the mountains. Of course it's got its little church. Am I going left here? I think so. There's the village I've just come from. Apparently it's 6.2 kilometers to Quilotoa. Not sure if it's all uphill from here or if we're going down or what, but I'm sure I'll find out. Great excuse to take a break though, isn't it? Not a bad place for a 360. That's where I'm heading. Getting knocked around by the wind. Looking back where I've come from, it's a really, I'm going to say, cool breeze, a very cool wind. If you weren't hiking, you'd be pretty cold, I would say. You were just sitting here. I've been stood here for 30 seconds or so, and I feel my body cooling down very rapidly. Nicely though, I'm not complaining about it, that's for sure. This is from the Mirador. That's where we've just come up. Pretty much the same old, but my goodness, what a same old it really is. I think this is very close to the top. Bonjour, where's this? Bonjour.
Ah, je vais prendre une photo de la petite cabane.
Quilotoa. Welcome Cafe Ite. Huh. I just cannot believe that review of the person who said this was boring. Absolutely amazing. Hopefully this will be the lake, huh? It looks like a crater. Yeah, it looks like the crater. Here it is, Quilotoa Lake. And that's where I'm heading. This is probably going to be the last look back in this direction because I'm heading around the crater of the lake, and I think I'm going counterclockwise here. I'm going to be out of this view in the next 10 or 20 meters. But what an absolutely stunning landscape. Oh my. It looks like there's a little bit more to come too. This wind is absolutely killer. I would say that is where I am going in the distance. Doesn't look very far, does it? Apparently it's 2 kilometers or so. Mind you, have to wind around the mountain. Boy, you would not want to slip here, I'll tell you. This wind is blowing all around too. It's a little bit hairy. Moto, no lo creo.
Una moto, aquí vamos.
That's amazing. Tough enough to hike it.
Para hacer pipí. Hola.
Oh. Almost out. The saddle over here is where I first got to the lake. I don't know if you can see that little hut there, but that's where I came to the crater and then hiked around to here, and not too sure where we're coming out here, but it's less than half a kilometre anyway. I tell you, this is dangerous walking around this crater. My goodness. One point there was probably a 10 to 15 meter stretch, and at one point I would say it was probably Hey, good day all. Well, it's the next day now. I'm back in Latacunga. The battery went out literally 30 meters before the end of the trail. Not too bad after some 36 kilometers or so, I'm sure you'd agree, but annoying nonetheless. But what I was going to say, if memory serves, that trail around the rim of the crater was extremely dangerous at points. I came to one section, it was about 50, maybe 10 meters long. Not very far at all, but one section, it was yay wide, about a foot wide. What's that, 30 centimeters? And then it was a sheer drop. I mean, you'd have been dead. There's no two ways about that. And I wouldn't say I was terrified or whatever, but the wind was really blowing. It was probably a steady 30 miles an hour, gusting up to 40, maybe more than 40 miles an hour. But like I say, the section itself wasn't very long. It was only about 10 meters. But that one section, it was about yay wide, maybe a yard, a bit less than a meter by a foot, and then oblivion. It widened out to 2 feet after that, and trust me, 2 feet, you're probably thinking 2 feet to oblivion, that is a nightmare. But after 1 foot, it's a piece of cake. But how they allow people to walk around that is beyond me. But obviously I made it and came out the other side. But oh my goodness, that was a hard hike, that last day. Quilotoa is at 3,600 meters, which is 11,250 feet, I believe. And whatever was at 3,200 meters, 10,000 feet. So from 10,000 to 11,250. And I stopped a heck of a lot for rest breaks. But that's fine, you know. And I don't know if it's because if it was lack of fitness on my part, or it was the altitude, probably a little bit of both. But I was stopping all the time to take videos. I mean, it was just so jaw-droppingly beautiful. If ever you come to Ecuador and you're in this neck of the woods and you're anything of a hiker, you've got to do this hike. Truly amazing, really, really beautiful. In fact, it's so beautiful, I got my riding gear on, getting set up. I'm going to go and do that loop now on my bike. Can't beat it.